So, hi Lucy, how are you doing today?
I'm alright.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you came in today. I just want to kind of go over confidentiality with you real fast and then we'll jump right in, okay? So, everything that you and I talk about today is between us. In the event that you make any kind of threat against yourself or anyone else, I am required to report it, or if there's anything that leads us to believe that there's any kind of abuse in your home happening to a young child or an elder adult, we do report that as well. That being said, I am a counseling student. We're in rehabilitation counseling, and if you have any questions or concerns about that, just please let me know. Okay. Well, can you tell me a little bit about what's bringing you in today?
Just having financial issues,
Financial issues?
which is causing relationship issues.
Yeah, it could be really straining and difficult.
So I found out my girlfriend needs surgery.
Okay.
She's going to surgery Thursday.
Okay.
Major surgery, but it's an in and out surgery.
Yeah.
But then we got the thing that she's going to be recovering for a month.
Wow.
So
surgery's on Thursday,
yeah,
and then she's out of. Is she working right now?
yeah.
So then she'll have that loss of income for that.
Yeah, she's trying to get put on short disability and the FMLA papers, and that'll give her 60%
Yeah.
or something like that. But with me not working, and I'm like desperately trying to find a job that's set schedule because it's all about sleep with me.
Right.
I just don't know.
So that could be really stressful. What are you doing to handle that?
Honestly, I'm just trying to make her happy.
Make her happy?
I've been running errands for her today, so
Yeah. It's taking on more responsibility, and that can add even more stress.
and the more stress that I do have, the worse the voices get.
Right, so it can exacerbate
Yeah.
your symptoms. Yeah. Are you speaking with her about this? You feel like
I don't want to burden her with the fact that,
Yeah.
when anxiety happens and we talk about money, the voices get worse. Because then she's going to feel like an asshole. And
Right. So kind of protecting her feelings, it sounds like. Yeah, that can be really challenging. How is she handling, or has she spoken to you about her feelings about the money situation, finances?
well, I mean, she got the FMLA done.
Yeah.
Now it's battling the insurance for, what is it called? Short-term disability.
Short-term disability?
Because she's paying for it, why not use it?
Right. Right.
And then hopefully we'll be back on our feet. Hopefully I'll be working. So I'm just having so much trouble finding a job that's a set hours.
Schedule.
Yeah.
That can be really challenging. So what's your job searching looking like right now?
I've been doing a lot of call centers just because they're morning, evening,
Yeah.
night. I'm trying to stay away from retail because my last job just couldn't deal with the expectation that I had.
Sorry?
The expectation that
Expectation.
that I was proposing to them. That I could go in any department, work any department, but had a set schedule, and they couldn't give that to me.
Okay.
So they fired me.
And this was when you were on leave, correct?
Yes.
Terminated while on leave.
Can I get unemployment for that?
Can you get
Unemployment
for that? It sounds like you might qualify for that, so I definitely would suggest checking into that for sure. There's a couple different options too, I think, with how that was handled, it sounds like, as well. So we can talk about that later as well. But unemployment, I think, would be a really good option for you to look into.
Yeah.
Especially since it sounds like it's a real time-sensitive issue.
Well, I mean, I just can't find a job. I don't know if I'm going through the wrong channels or what's going on, but I just can't find anything.
Yeah. How many jobs do you think you're applying for every day?
Like 5 or 6.
5 or 6?
So I would think by then I would get a call from somebody.
Yeah.
Nothing.
So 6 jobs per day.
Yeah.
So how does that look? So you're looking like online and submitting resumes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Do you do any kind of following up with employers? Calling them or anything?
Not really, but I let it sit for a couple days, and then if I don't hear back from them,
Yeah.
because honestly, I just now started looking for
Yeah.
a job. So
Right. Well, and that's one thing to consider. It's only been like, 2 or 3 days now.
I want to look into DARs. Do you know about them?
Yeah, I think that would be a really good option too. Is just thinking about that when you brought up unemployment, because they do help people with all kinds of disabilities, and
Do they have like an office here or anything?
they do. They have several in the DFW area, and there's probably one closer to your home as well.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to help you with that too, looking that up and getting you contact information. Because they offer a lot of different services, and even some stuff as far as like employment placements and things like that.
Somebody said that they got their school done because
They
of
do.
DARs.
They do offer some financial assistance with that as well, so that could be another option as well. So when you were discharged from the hospital, did they give you any other resources or anything like that as far as?
No, they didn't give me shit, and then just threw me into PHP.
Okay, got you. So it really sounds like some of the other issues in your life kind of were put on hold, and now it's like...
Well, Stacey was in the hospital during my stay.
Right.
And I wanted to be out there to be with her, but I should have stayed.
Well, you feel like you were discharged too early.
Yeah. But I was pushing for it.
Right.
To see her. But then the stress was so bad that I thought I was going to have to go back to the hospital again.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I would like to kind of explore a little bit what your support system looks like and her support system. How does your families kind of feel about the situation?
They think they understand everything because they read a book.
Okay.
So they tell me how I am.
Okay. So you feel like your family is kind of like putting you both in a box, like, from what they've read on the books and stuff. Okay. But not really, sounds like, grasping kind of these other issues that you're facing. Yeah. Well, all relationships have issues and problems and stresses. And
This year just hasn't been good.
yeah. Sounds like been a difficult time.
Labor Day through Christmas, I've been in a hospital.
Right.
Several different hospitals,
Right.
but... So it's just...
Well, that's how many months is that? It's like 5 or 6, right? Labor Day, September.
Yeah. It's been a long time. However long it's been, it's a long time, and it's all because they just kept screwing with my medicine.
Right.
I got super manic before, and it ended up actually hitting my girlfriend because I got so aggressive. And so she told me, you need help. Like, we're not going to work if you're not taking my medicine and getting some stuff.
Right. So she was the one that kind of was the catalyst in you realizing it was time to get somewhere.
But by the time I had gotten help, it wasn't enough. I needed to go into inpatient at Springboard.
Yeah.
And then a week later, I stayed there for a week. And a week later, she changed my medicine. The doctor there changed my medicine. And then go back to the hospital because I had cut myself. And then I finished PHP. Felt like shit. Nothing was going right.
Yeah.
And when I told my therapist, like my normal one, because you're my new one, the psychiatrist had me come in a police car to another hospital.
Okay. And that was after spring then, that was Mesa. Got you.
And I wasn't there for a very long time.
Yeah. So they were able to address some of the medical needs and just getting you stable.
And today I saw my psychiatrist, and he was like, he legit told me, holy shit, you're on a lot of medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But it's working, so don't fuck with it.
Right.
So I feel that's good because I'm, now showing that I can stand up for myself with the therapists and
Right. It sounds like
the
you've got some good
psychiatrists.
confidence and
It's getting
you've
better.
built that up.
It's
Yeah.
it's good.
I can see
Definitely
that.
getting better. So
Well, that in itself, I mean, when you're on multiple medications, that can be difficult to manage, and that stress is going to exacerbate those symptoms. And financially, that can be a big drain.
yeah,
I definitely feel and see how that's really kind of made the situation even more urgent for
Yeah.
you guys. So, talking a little bit more about your support system, have you ever approached either one of your families about this is what's going on in our lives? Stacy and I are kind of in a crunch right now.
yeah, they know,
Yeah.
and they help out, but then they let it known that they're helping out. Does that make sense? So it makes you
Yeah.
feel like shit because it's like, hey, you're not working, so we're having to pick up the slack for you. Because I was making more than my girlfriend was. I had a very good job.
So that's been really difficult, I think, to handle because it sounds like you don't want to give them the impression that you need help.
I mean, they've been talking about the disability for forever,
Yeah.
but I don't want disability. I'm able to work. My voices are completely down. It's chattery. It's distracting, but I can still work.
Yeah. Do you think that jumping into a job, though, when you're just so recent out of becoming stable, that is the best idea right now? Like, sometimes we have to crawl before we walk, if that makes sense. Maybe starting off slower with like a part-time job or, maybe working, not a full day, but a half day just for a little while until you feel like,
Yeah.
okay, I got this. I can do a little bit more.
And I could go to like a temp agency and say exactly what I mean, right?
Well, they do have, you could like do a search as far as like, what hours work best for you. If you really need that set schedule, that definitely could be an option, especially because I feel like those places can help you in the shorter term. Sometimes with that turnaround, you're able to walk in and find employment right away.
Because I can't work at Home Depot again. It's just a huge trigger. It's like a trigger just going in there.
Yeah.
So,
Right. And I think retail, at this time of year might be a little challenging. When you have the holidays due, like that's a whole other kind of player in all of this. So what kind of work does your girlfriend do, Stacy?
she's a manager for a grocery store.
Okay.
So she's got a good job. They just pay her shit.
Okay. Yeah.
So she's looking elsewhere. Costco is going to hire her.
Yeah.
If Costco hires her, then it would be good, But now she has to wait this whole week.
Yeah.
A whole month before she goes.
Jump in there and try that. Have you spoken to anybody, your friends or family or anything, and let them know that you're looking for a job? A lot of times, we call that the hidden job market. There's opportunities that might be out there that maybe aren't advertised.
No, but I'll do that. I'll put it on Facebook.
Yeah, that could be a good option. Social media is a great kind of resource with that. So I think that would be really good. When do you think that you could do that?
What do you mean?
When do you think that you could, reach out to your family and friends about?
I could do that today.
Yeah, great. So ask friends and family. Awesome. So it sounds like, we've got a really good plan coming together here, talking to your friends and family, and then looking at DARS also. You mentioned the temporary agencies as well.
Yeah.
So that sounds really good. Now I want you to kind of think about, maybe talk through it just for a few minutes, about how you'll have that conversation with Stacy and let her know what you're doing to look for a job. And I feel like you want to take care of her. Like you really want to give
Yeah.
her that sense of safety. But
Well, like today, I'm running errands for her.
yeah,
I went to the hospital to give her FMLA paperwork done, and it's going to be faxed
Wow.
over.
that's great.
And getting some stuff because she's not going to be able to, like ginger ale and stuff like that.
Yeah,
At
that's
Walmart
really
when
nice
I
of
leave.
you.
So
Great.
do that sort of stuff, and she knows I'm applying.
Yeah.
It's just hard after the holidays because they fired all their seasonal people.
Can be
And
challenging.
yeah,
But, you know, the industry's ebbs and flows, and there's a lot of places opening up. Tell me where you live again?
where I live, Fort Worth, over close to downtown.
Okay. Okay. So there might be some options around there.
I can't be around alcohol.
Right. Okay. Well, that's good to consider. Well, good. So asking friends and family, and then looking at the temporary agencies. When do you
Yeah.
think that you could do that? This week?
I kind of want to wait till after New Year's. I know that's not shit.
Okay.
But I want to spend the New Year's with my family,
Yeah.
not working at a job. Which is just, what, next week?
New
It's
Year's
this
Day
week.
is Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you might want to think about getting that ball rolling. Maybe at least have your resume
Yeah.
updated and like ready to go.
Yeah.
So that would be good. I think just starting those little things, because I definitely, like, I'm in your corner. I don't want you to get overwhelmed in any way. But when, you know, let's start taking those baby steps, and I think that'll make you feel good because you can see the progress and maybe help you kind of with that relationship too with Stacy.
I'd love to work with animals.
Animals. Yeah, what kind of work would that might be?
Well, I'm volunteering, you know, the cats in the cages at PetSmart.
Yeah.
I go every Saturday and I, clean their cages.
Oh,
and
very cool.
They play on the floor and stuff. It's really fun.
Yeah.
So, like, if I was, like, to find, like, a pet place,
Yeah.
I'd even bathe the pet.
Yeah. Have you looked at Petco or PetSmart or any of those places?
I haven't thought about it, no.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's retail, but they might have some options maybe too, because it sounds like if that's something you enjoy doing, you know, there's a lot of theories and stuff about how that can help with longevity. And
I'm scared of spiders, so I'd be scared that they would have me clean the cage and have it completely flip out.
well, you know, that would be a really good interview question to ask. You know, what animals are you going to be working with?
Because I'm definitely not going to touch
Not
a spider.
spiders.
Yeah.
I can see that. That's a valid fear. That's a valid one.
Yeah. No.
Wow. You know, I think that I can see kind of like how you've already kind of started wrapping your brain around kind of what options you might have. So that's
Yeah.
really great to see. I just want to encourage you just be gentle and be kind to yourself. I think that's one of the biggest lessons that, it's a hard one to learn and a hard one to do, but the payoff. Yeah, I know you really appreciate that too.
Yeah.
So, we're about out of time. When do you want to see it again? When do you want to meet again?
Give us some
I
next
got
week.
some time next week. Yeah, I have another 2 o'clock. Will that work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Great. Well, I will give you a reminder then.
Okay.
Any other questions, concerns, anything that we want to talk
Just,
about?
can you give me the DARS information?
Yeah. Let's look that up. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thanks.